the race is having its own. COVID exacerbated the whole thing because we are unable to go and source what we are supposed to be doing now on the farms.
Okay, I think that's on a general a general problem.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the farmers themselves. Do you think this will have financial implications thereabout on the farmers?
Definitely. Jenny, farmers in Nigeria is what we produce that we eat. It's our efforts, our sweat that we eat. But if we are unable to go to the farm to produce, the rain is doing its own, COVID is doing its own. And the plans that, because I should know, I know some plans that Central Bank especially have for the farmers on this Anchor Borrower thing, because I'm a member of a committee who would have loved to assist the farmers in Oyo State to assess this Anchor Borrower money that has been put on hold. Central Bank has locked for about 2 months now.
All right, the Buhari government embarked on a policy to diversify the nation's economy from oil to agriculture, and as a result of these restrictions on economic life and social life now, how do you think this lockdown or curfew about what we have as regards restriction will affect this diversification? Will it still happen?
Of course. Like I said, everything has been put on hold now. Look, let me give you a typical example of what we have that Central Bank through NICE would love to do for farmers. The committee that I'm a member of would have loved to have an impact on your state alone, about 120,000 hectares of land to be cultivated and funded by NICE, agency of Central Bank. We are supposed to have done that from October, because we were inaugurated in October. Okay. We are supposed to have done that before the end of December. Of course, Nigerian things have go slow effect.
The Nigerian way.
So that is where we were until this COVID-19 came in, and it has stopped everything. So farmers that would have benefited from that, we are talking of about 30 billion naira to be injected into Oyo State or economy within a season, within a year.
That would have changed the fortunes of even agriculture as a whole in the states.
The money is not any, it's locked up. The program is not going to, it has been passed through whatever stages it has.
Do you see this coming back to life after this period?
Definitely, I believe so. Like you said, the government wants, the government will have loved to, they're diversifying from oil
to agriculture.
So I'm sure every government is intent in doing that.
All right, the program is still Searchlight, coming to you from Oluyole 98.5 FM Ibadan. We'll be right back as we go for a commercial break. Now, stay tuned.
Iyaboli aunty, Iyaboli eto, Iyaboli tèmi nìkan ṣoṣo. Masa mi pa. Wetin you want? Abeg, when you go market, I really need more Maggi chicken. Maggi chicken gangan ni o. What's on the Maggi chicken gangan? Na the real Maggi chicken. Maggi elediye. If you don't sabi the difference, make I tell you. Dem write Maggi chicken flavor seasoning on top the bag. Maggi chicken flavor, e dey give food ogbonge taste, color and aroma wey go totori you. O sha mo pe ni tèmi do. O ṣé, ìyá Risi of life. Yes, ke. When asking for seasoning, ask for the real Maggi chicken flavor. Maggi chicken flavor gangan ni ke bere fún. Pẹ̀lú Maggi, ẹ ṣe oúnjẹ tó dá yàtọ̀. Oluyole 98.
DJ Sneak, bring the beat back.
All right, you're welcome back from that short break. The program is to Searchlight, coming to you live from the radio studio of Oluyole 98.5 FM Ibadan. And what we are looking at today is COVID-19 and the threat of food shortage. And I still have on the program Alhaji S.A. Imam, the chairman of Agricultural Development Farmers Association here in Oyo State. All right, Alhaji, how worried are you about the massive crash in oil prices?
Well,
will this give rise to agriculture in Nigeria? But looking at this period now,
in fact, I wish it had
happened earlier.
Of course.
Tell me more.
So that we know that this. Anyway, the oil thing is going to die off one day. It may not be in our lifetime, but definitely it will be so. So if we've gotten this opportunity in order to invest en masse in agriculture, that will save this country. I mean, in fact, we should be able to feed ourselves first, then we can export.
But but you said earlier that at this period we might not be able to delve into agriculture due to the situation on ground, the COVID-19. So how then are we going to cope in Nigeria? Oil is crashing. Agriculture that we are meant to delve into is not accessible at this moment. How then will Nigerians cope when it comes to getting food to eat?
You see, one thing I can assure you is not that agriculture is totally, as far as I know of Oyo State, in Oyo State, agriculture has not totally closed up or stopped entirely. No, that's not right, because I visit my farm daily.
But that is you. Not
no, I can assure you. I mean, if you have nowhere, what else? We don't have anywhere to eat.
The chairman should have access to information
about this. Not even the chairman, even the table man or the floor man
knows that he has to.
You must have to feed yourself. You see, I'm ashamed and I'm worried that people now became koro beggars. It's not supposed to be so. Well, it's like koro hunger met talaka hunger. It's not supposed to be so. In Nigeria, or especially Yoruba man is not a lazy man. You now see people, they sit, I'm sure they will have bombarded your place here with a request or waiting for manners to fall from my pockets of other people.
Okay, let's move on from there. As a seasoned and experienced farmer, what would you suggest as a viable approach to mitigate the current threat of a food crisis? What would be your advice to the government? My
take is this, and my hope and my prayer is that this COVID-19 goes away from wherever it came. Let it go back to China.
COVID-19
if that is done, we'll be able to go and produce, especially agricultural produce. And I know the state government, the federal government, they are very, very ready. In fact, like I said, there were plans. There were things on ground that I know.
Of course, we have many things that are known now. For instance, the agri-business and every other plans of the state government.
Things individually, farmers themselves, the government, all stakeholders have stake. And we are ready to produce enough food for this country.
So what would you advise the government to do at a time like this when we're having food crisis?
Well, what they are supposed
because
to do,
everybody is hungry presently.
That is,
and an hungry man is an angry man.
We
would have a very, very wild society.
That is true. We hardly sleep with our two eyes closed these days in
almost every
community here. Right. But what I'm saying is that the government is doing what they are supposed to be doing now. And I want to say this for record purpose. Oyo State Governor is very, very careful. I know what he's facing. In fact, people are urging him, people are bombarded that there should be total closure.
Total lockdown.
Total lockdown
of the state.
And I know that gentleman is saying, no, I may not have what to give everybody. And
but I will still not deny them the opportunity to eat.
These are the ways we can be free from this dangerous ailment. Watch whatever we are supposed to do or whatever. But if there's total closure as is being done elsewhere, we may not be talking of, like we just mentioned now, a lot of adverse effect is being felt, crime rate increased, everybody is talking of hunger, and what have you. So the government is doing what it's supposed to be doing, you understand? But then, we must now plan. Like I always say, government has no business in government in business, but the infrastructures must be provided by the government. And I know Central Bank has so many windows.
All right.
And the state government too is doing its own. I'm sure you are aware they're now building silos so
Definitely.
that food or produce could be stored. So these things should be done more, so that even if you have a problem like this, it will be a child's play.
Okay, let's talk about food sellers and food dealers. At the time like this, when people are not making money, they are hindered, they are not financially buoyant, what would you say about food sellers that are still selling their foodstuffs at very, very high rates and high prices? Is that not an act of wickedness?
It is. It's unpatriotic. In fact,
can you please talk to them? Because I know most of them are listening at this moment.
And I happen to have met with Yaloja and executives of market men and women in Bodija. Right. That's a place where food items are more stored, are more sold. And I want to encourage or advise or beg to please, this is a time for us to look at ourselves and assist each other. This is not the time to add to people's problems, which everybody is doing now. Unfortunately, what about because you too, you are going to face the same thing elsewhere. Like it is now, drugs are very, very expensive unless you go to major dealers. You know, if you go to all these chemists now, if you buy ordinary drug you used to buy, it's about 200% increase you now have. Which is this? It's not that they have new stock. All these food sellers who are selling gari rice, it isn't that the new stock. Of course, we are at the new stock anyway. But what they don't want this.
They are just ordering it and selling it at high prices.
That is not right. That is not godly. I want to urge everybody, please, we should be our brother's keepers.
Okay, some school of thought are saying that the reason why we're having a looming danger in our food security is because we were not prepared for it. And probably we were spoiled by the fact that we can easily import food at any time of the year, at any period. Is it true that food importation brought us to this level where we were not prepared for this looming crisis?
Definitely, but you know the federal government has taken steps, at least for what, closing borders to all forms of, especially rice. I'm sure you are aware of that. The government now knows that the mainstay of this country, or the only thing that will assist us is agriculture. And they've taken steps. Unfortunately, this thing happened.
But don't you think food importation will be the savior at this time, since our local farmers cannot really work due to the situation on ground?
Where do you want to see? Where do you want to import from?
No. The federal government can decide to open the border, since it is an essential commodity that is needed by every citizen.
Let me tell you, if they open the border today, the rice that will come in will be old and expired rice. That is the fact.
What is the assurance that the rice that people are eating now is not expired?
No, I can show three-quarters, at least 80 to 70% of what we are eating now are our own rice. That is the truth.
All right.
If you see any other one, well packaged, even if it's said to be made in Thailand, it's a lie. Most of them came from our farms. Okay. That's the truth.
Okay, let me put in the shoes of the Minister for Agriculture.
Okay.
If you were to be the Minister of Agriculture, what would be your immediate response to this potential food crisis? What will you do?
Fortunately, like I said, I know what the government, the minister, and everybody is trying to do before this lockdown. You understand? Yeah. For example, there's a program they call There's a program now that the minister is backing upon. That is tractor subsidized give out tractors to farmers. That I know, but this thing has been put on hold, and many other programs like that. The federal, the state, they have this thing. They know that in fact, there's nowhere to turn to, if not to help farmers. So all these things are on ground, and some of us must know.
All right. All right, the program is still Searchlight, coming to you from Oluyole 98.5 FM, Ibadan. And we are looking at COVID-19 and a threat of food shortage. Yes, of course, the number to call is 080-5500-9850. 080-5500-9850. What we are looking at is COVID-19 and a threat of food shortage. And I still have a large SA Imam in the studio. Yes, of course, we got a call on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, please, can you move back from your radio set? All right, hello, good afternoon. All right, you might still call the studio line. The number to call is 080-5500-9850. Hello, good afternoon. All right. All right, Alaji, what about the nation's food storage reserves? For instance, we have food storage reserves in various states. We even have one in your state here. Don't you think this will help us at a time like this? Okay, before you start this call, let's speak. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Mr. Adebayo Shimu, currently from Bora.
All right, thank you. Your contributions quickly.
Thank you. I want to contribute to the program in the house.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to say that we wouldn't have had this problem in Nigeria, the problem of food shortage. But the major problem is that our governments are not sincere, both the federal and the state government. Now, they are saying that people should go back to farming without preparation. There is no money to support those who have the intention to embark on farming activity. For instance, I'm a graduate of agricultural science. But when there is no money, it is little that one can do with hands on the farm. So that is the major problem we are having. And another thing is that many times government is trying to give out loans to people. So it is the government officials who will not use the money for agricultural activities that get the loan. The Central Bank of Nigeria is saying, if we find that, we will see that the money will not get to the real farmer. It is the government officials who will put it for another business that will get the money.
All right.
So those are the problems. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, he's talking about sincerity on the part of distributing loans and assisting farmers to get all these loans, and of course, encouragement on the part of the government. All right, let's pick this call before we talk about it. Hello, good afternoon.
God bless you, sir.
Your name and where you're calling from? All right, go ahead, sir.
What I know about this country, food is very important too. Even this case of this is minor. They are hungry. You have to tell the government, beg our governor that they have to issue food for everybody, and everybody can be spent. If not, people go too much.
All right. Thank you very much. God will help us. All right, the program is still Searchlight on Oluyole 98.5 FM, Ibadan, and we're looking at COVID-19. All right, another caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Yep.
Your name and where you're calling from, quickly.
Yeah, this is Tunde from Oshogo.
All right, go ahead, your contributions quickly.
Anyway, so many people have spoken. We need truth in this country. There's no truth in this country. All our government, they are just calm. They are just deceiving us. There's no truth. How can they ask people to stay indoors and make no provision for the people? This is unfair. It's uncalled for. Like you had your program maybe now some hours ago, and somebody called from America, and she said how they were going to they were Nigerians. They were into passport. They were doing that very well. But here in Nigeria, they are just scams. They are just deceiving us.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Points noted. All right, Alaji, let's talk about these things.
Right. Yeah. Let me start from the first.
All right. Go ahead quickly, sir.
Now, the fact is this: if you want to go into agriculture, please, what I advise, please visit these agricultural research stations. Fortunately, there are so many in your state.
Yeah.
Please learn whatever. Of course, I think he says he's an agriculturalist,
graduate,
which means he's already a seasoned. He knows about it already. So please, can you come? Well, they will probably give you my phone number. Okay. I want to meet people like you. Look, don't depend so much on government. Agriculture is a business.
And don't sit back as well, waiting for the government to bring it to you.
I can assure you there are so many windows that I know that you can access so much. Please, please try and do something for yourself. Let's try ourselves.
All right. Okay. And he also talked about the CBN loans and other things. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from? All right. He talked about the loans they are giving not being assessed by everybody. That it's probably loop-sided. I mean,
you see, this is part of the problem. If you're outside, you may not know some of these things. Look, loans, especially for agriculture, there's what we call Anchor Borrowers Program. This is not given to individuals. It's given to associations, to cooperative bodies. Look, that's why I say people like him, please should go out. You will see some of these agencies, you see some of these government outfits, you not go there and go and ask questions. Please do. Let us help ourselves. Don't depend. Look, government has so many children. No. Government feed you.
All right, your parting shot on the program this afternoon. You advise the government and, of course, to everybody.
Yes, please. The government should please stay on course. I know what all governments, especially the state and the federal government, I know what they have for farmers, especially. We should not this dream die.
Okay. We
should, as soon as possible, just and do that. Like I told my caller, please, everybody should be involved in agriculture. They don't stay behind and say you are expecting government. Look, we should not be koro beggars. We are farmers, and we should learn. Know more about what you want to do, whatever business you want to do, and it's well with all of us.
All right, thank you so much. We had Alhaji S.A. Imam, a successful farmer, who is also the chairman of Oyo State Agricultural Development Farmers Association. Thanks for coming on the program today, sir.
Thank you.
And of course, yes, the program you just listened to is Searchlight. We came to you live from the radio studio of Oluyole 98.5 FM, Ibadan. Please make sure you join us next week, Thursday, from 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. And of course, before that time, always remember to follow every safety measures that have been put out to us by the WHO and, of course, the Federal Ministry of Health and, of course, the State Ministry as well, and observe all the measures put in place. And, of course, be a good Nigerian. Till we return next week, Thursday, the producer of the program is Tola Teriba. My name is Tosin. Sanya, good afternoon.
Assalamu alaikum gbogbo Mùsùlùmí ilé akéde ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ BCOS television àti Oluyole FM 98.5 ní tún kí gbogbo wa kú àmójúbà oṣù àwẹ̀ Ramadan Ọlọ́run ó gbà á ní ìbádà bá a ṣe wá ń kí gbogbo wa láti wá sọ fún wa wípé èyí tó wà lóde ìyẹn COVID-19 tí wọ́n ń pè ní coronavirus tó fa kónílé-ó-gbélé kíkálukú ó dúró láàyè tó wà kò dáwọ́ nǹkankan dúró lórí àti ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ àwọn ètò wa nínú oṣù yóẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yálà wá sí òru ni àbítọ̀sán ìrun pípè ní tàbí àyọkẹ́ látinú àlùkùránì gbogbo mọ́sálásí ńláńlá gbogbo ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ tó fi mọ́ níjọ ẹ̀yin díìnì bàbá àdínì àti yasuna ẹ lè kàn sí wa láti dúnàádúrà lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ 081-2690-6777 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 081-2690-6777 owó ìdákọ̀mù ni gbogbo àwọn ètò wa nínú oṣù àwẹ̀ ọdún ní nílé akéde Ọ̀yọ́ bọ́rọ̀ bá ti wá wọ̀ gbogbo àwọn ètò tẹ́ ti kálẹ̀ ẹ kàn fi ránṣẹ́ sórí wrufai@gmail.com tẹ́ bá wá láǹfààní ẹ lè yọjú sí wa ní room 110 ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run nìbàdàn tàbí kẹ́ tún nọ́mbà yìí pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 081-2690-6777 àwẹ̀ ọdún ní Ọlọ́run ò ní dùn wá ládà ẹ̀ inshallah.
Ọ̀ṣì adé ìrọ̀rùn dé ẹ̀sùn mọ́ bí ẹ wá gbọ́. Ẹ̀rí ọkàn ṣé wọ́n ní bí rọ́bà lọ lógún ọdún ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo lóòótọ́ bá ẹ̀rí ọkàn làkọlé eré alárinrin Ọ̀ṣì adé ìrọ̀rùn dé èyí tí ó máa dé sétí gbọ́ wa lórí ìkànnì yìí Olúyọ̀lé 98.5 FM ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run bísọ̀ ẹ̀sìn Ìbàdàn lọ́jọ́ ẹtì Friday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ọgbà báago 8 àṣálẹ́ 8 PM bá ti lù ẹ̀rí ọkàn irú ìdààmúdàbò wo ńlẹ̀ rí ọkàn mú wá fẹ́ni tó ń dà láàmú kí sì ní gbèsè akin tó ń gbé tó kóyọ nínú ìdààmú ọ̀hún láti wá jájọ fọgbọ́n kọ́gbọ́n fìmọ̀ kún mọ̀ aago 8 àṣálẹ́ 8 PM ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday yóò jìnnà mọ́ níbi tí gbogbo owó ti mọ̀ bó ti ń lọ Ọ̀ṣì adé ìrọ̀rùn dé.